guys, and today is the newest episode of Season 2 of the Lost Media Podcast. But today we're going to look at found media, as now this is a found media podcast, so I hope you enjoy. First up is Frosty the Snowman, June Foray voicing Karen. On December 7th, 1969, the famous Rankin Bass special, Frosty the Snowman, aired on CBS. It is now a classic, and it's considered one of the best Christmas flicks. The plot involves a magician's hat that turns into a snowman whenever Frosty wears it, and Frosty turns into a living snowman whenever it's on his head. But, sadly, June Foray originally recorded the part of Karen, but was replaced by an unknown actress. A year after Frosty aired, Foray recalled her experiences in the book The Enchanted World of Rankin/Bass. I was called in to voice the little girl Karen. I was disappointed to learn later that my work for the Karen character was replaced by another actress. To this day I am unsure of the reason, but I still enjoy the special. Foray's voice can be heard on the Rhino Records soundtrack. The original airing of the special, with Karen's original voice, is impossible to find on the internet. But, luckily, on June 22, 2016, YouTuber Forever90s posted a comparison between a Frosty the Snowman VHS and a Blu-ray of the special. It's revealed that the Blue BD restored some of June Foray's audio, but for one of the supporting characters rather than Karen. Unfortunately, the description of the video doesn't say if this applies to all Frosty BDs or just some of them. Frosty the Snowman has received at least 2 Blu-ray releases by the time this video appeared. On December 21st, 2016, YouTuber Famulator ALT shared a voice restoration of Frosty the Snowman using the Rhino CD and an HD copy of the special, probably the same one used in the earlier comparison. It recreates how the special would have aired with June Foray's voice intact. For now, it's the closest thing, but at least it's close enough to being, well, June Foray and Frosty the Snowman. Okay, next up is something that, well, I don't know how you're going to react to this, but next up is the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode Boston. On January 31st, 2007, what is now known as the 2007 Boston Moonanite Panic took place. LED Moonanite signs, Moonanites are characters from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, they had been placed around Boston as part of a guerrilla marketing campaign by Interference Inc., a company that specializes in advertising, and spearheaded by Interference's John, aka VJ AIWAZ, and Boston artist Peter Berdovsky, aka Zebler. This was to promote the Aqua Teen Hunger Force Cullen movie film for theaters, but it caused panic and controversy after being mistaken for bombs by the Boston Police Department and the Boston Fire Department. The incident led to Turner Broadcasting and Interference having to pay $2 million in damages, plus the resignation of the president and executive vice president Jim Samples. In response to the incident, an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the Season 5 premiere episode Boston, was produced, though it didn't air due to inciting any further backlash. Since the episode's creation, it's only been rarely publicly discussed on a few rare occasions by Aqua Teen Hunger Force creators Dave Willis and malalaro. Fun fact, Dave Willis voiced one of the Moonanites. Aside from said discussions, the only other official acknowledgement of Boston's existence was an episode listing that appeared on Adult Swim's now defunct Aqua Teen Hunger Force website. Notably, following the release of Rude Removal, an infamous unaired episode of Dexter's Laboratory, which came to fruition largely as a result of fan interest campaigning and the word of mouth, a campaign was organized by Penn Pizza to have Rude Removal released. And on January 31st, 2015, at least exactly 8 years since the bomb scare, a somewhat incomplete version of Boston was leaked onto YouTube. It went virtually undiscovered until early April, when several news websites reported the incident. While the original upload has been removed from YouTube, other YouTubers have re-uploaded the episode, with several mirrors being available on various file hosting websites. But sadly, this is only one version of the episode. There are 2 other versions available, but for now, you may enjoy. Next up is the Mr. Potato Head Show. It was a children's TV series featuring Mr. Potato Head, and it aired on Fox Kids from September 12th, 1998 until February 16th, 1999. After the series was canceled by Hasbro for not selling enough toys, the creators made a direct-to-video flick that depicts the show's cancellation from the perspective of the characters, and it reused clips from the series. But sadly, in 1998, the series was copyrighted by Film Roman, and the records on copyright.gov did not indicate this cartoon getting transferred to Disney after they acquired Fox Kids. On December 18, 2016, the full series was found, as in all 13 episodes. Next up is Attack of the Giant Vulture, a Nickelodeon short from 1998. Now, it was created and originally screened in 1998 as a part of Nickelodeon's Short Films by Short People series, which, as the name implies, was a collection of shorts created by little kids. One of them was Attack of the Giant Vulture, a 2-minute short that aired from 1998 until the early 2000s. Despite its comical nature, many people report being scared by the short during their childhood. Now you see, the short sees a group of kids being chased around Chinatown, New York, by a giant vulture played by another child in a vulture suit, who continually attempts to eat them. When one of the children is backed into a corner, the protagonist reverses the situation by defeathering, capturing, and ultimately cooking the vulture. And then the short ends. For a time, it's been lost, but in February of 2013, my spleen user Snowpeck found the video, and now it has been mirrored on YouTube. Okay, next up is the original pilot to Harvey Beaks, called Bad Seeds. Okay, now Bad Seeds is the 2013 pilot to the 2015 Nickelodeon series Harvey Beaks. It is an older version of the pilot episode Pichu, the first episode of the show. Now, the pilot had some differences compared to the final version. For example, the Spirit of Wet Bark Lake has a different color palette, and Techno Bear is an adult instead of a child. The pilot surfaced briefly on Vimeo and YouTube, but both videos were taken down by Viacom, leaving on screenshots to prove its existence. And in 2016, an unknown user uploaded the pilot, and it's been since available to download from the website Maga. Next up is Black Angel, a short fantasy. Now, premiering exclusively in Australian and European cinemas in 1980, prior to the screenings of Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, there was a short fantasy called Black Angel. It was written and directed by Roger Christian in his direct debut, and it was financed by George Lucas on a budget of about $25,000. Now, in the decades following the film's very limited theatrical release, it gained notoriety among Star Wars fans of the lost film, not even the director himself being able to secure a workable copy for cleanup and re-release. 2 short preview clips were released online by Athena Studios 2 weeks following the restoration's premiere screening, and the film in its entirety was eventually released worldwide on May 19, 2014, following a selection of additional film festival screenings around the world, though primarily in Scotland, and now it's available on YouTube and iTunes for your enjoyment. And finally, we have El Treno nel Pianeta Favola. Now, this is an Italian children's flick released in 1980 that was produced and distributed by URBS Film. It was adapted from a 1978 TV series aired on RIA called El Trenino, which was also lost. A 2-tape edited version also exists. Now, in 1985, Harmony Gold released an English dub of this movie called The Little Train. It was released on home video in the UK as part of the Kids Cartoon Collection, and again as a standard release by Mastervision. The dub was supposedly also released in the US on VHS by J2 Communications, but again, no scan of the tape exists. A Mexican-Spanish dub was released in the US on VHS. There also exists a Greek dub and a Hebrew dub. Out of all the dubs exist, only the trailer and a small clip of the Greek dub are found. But on September 5th, 2016, YouTube user Wes uploaded the entirety of the English dub to YouTube, albeit with a portion missing that can be seen in the Greek clip. Big thanks to Wes for putting this out. Now, sadly, the Italian, Spanish, and Hebrew dubs are still missing, but the clip of the Greek dub is still available, and the English dub in its entirety is available on YouTube. And that's the video, so I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye!